G'day everybody. Today I want to just talk to you about what you can buy for your spray gun to make it easier on your body. Now this can apply to all different spray guns, whether it's Graco, Wagner, Spray Chief, anything you want, this does apply. Okay, now I learned about this a fair few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, and I've been using it. Well, anyhow, I had because I have quite a few guns, what I do is I recycle them. So I might use the little Graco for a week, then I'll use an older Wagner for a week, then another older Wagner, I'll pull another one out of the shed, I'll use a new one. So I'll just recycle them so they all get a little bit of thing, and I've always have a spare one or two then as well, and if someone needs to borrow one I can manage that as well. Now when I do recycle and I use one of the other spray guns, it's a pain in the ass to use. I really notice that it's hard on my shoulder. I can't get around where I want to do. It doesn't bend properly, doesn't spin properly. So I just want to share that bit of experience with you, and I'll explain to you what I'm talking about. Now it's a thing called a whip. It's about, I think it's, now I'll show you what it is. It's called a whip. Now this is it here. Just take this off here. Now because I've been using another gun for a little while and it doesn't have a whip on it, which is this one here, and it doesn't have a whip, so therefore it doesn't have the flexibility around corners like a whip would. Now this is one with a whip. You see that there? This is incredible. You can do anything you want with it. This here has no whip. It's very hard, it's stiff, it just doesn't want to flex. It has this long spring here which stops it flexing because you can kink these hoses, where the whip is designed to bend like that. You can see it's had a little bit of work. This is designed to bend, so if you want to do behind the cupboards, for example, it's so easy to do. You can do all that. I'll make sure I've got no pressure in this gun, otherwise I'll screw you. So it's very easy to do. So that's the whip. Now it comes about, I'd say that, look, that could be 900 long. It could even be a metre long. Now it's quite expensive and you'll think, oh, I don't really need it. But to be honest with you, this has probably been through, 6 or 7 spray guns, could even have been through more spray guns. Maybe even my big old Wagner that I used to have that runs 2 guns, it's possible that was on it as well. It's very old. I'm due for a new one. You see it's starting to give way there, and I will pick one up. I just haven't got around to it, and then I can use this as a spare, which will be really handy. So I really have to, when I choose to use a gun for a week or something, I put my other hose back on with the whip, and then always try and have the newest gun on that whip hose, whereas these ones you get from the cheaper guns, the cheaper spray guns, the gun finish, as you can see there, it's rusting a bit. Now this is not that old. This would only be 12 months old, a little bit more. So you can see that, and then you look at a gun that's 4 years old, and the difference. This is like a $100, $200 gun. This one here is a $600 gun. So you see the difference in the steel, and this is fine to do what you want to do when you need to do it. It's just the steel in there. It's quite possible that'll probably screw off and fit on there as well, but you'll see there's also other parts of it that are rusting as well. You see in there, whereas this one here, it's all stainless, it's a better quality stainless, and it just doesn't rust. Another problem with these cheaper ones is as you're using it, this unclips and causes a bloody issue. You'll be spraying away and that thing will unclip. So I don't like this gun, whereas this one here, it has to pop off to get to your filter and clips back on nice and secure, as you can see there. But definitely the whip is something you should probably buy. If you're serious about spraying, a whip is definitely something it's good to get. It seems to have better swivel on it as well, whereas this one here, it still has good swivel, but it's just not the same. I feel like an amateur using this gun here or this hose, but I'm not, of course, but I do feel like one. So if you want to be an up-and-coming spray gunner, buy yourself a whip, get more professional. It will last you 10, 15 years. It will last you out. It's a pretty good little item. So anyhow, that's another helpful tip from the painter.